Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. I will give a talk in our Eco-Evo-Devo meeting July 18th, and I think it's time to expose or share the idea what we will do by using local species. Then I entitled Yilan Local Cypriniformes Fish EcoEvoDevo. The title is really long, but simply said, we will scoop the fish from around in the Iran prefectures, water area, and we will do the developmental biology. This is what we will do.
Yeah.
So I separate my talk into maybe five chapters or five different parts, and then the chapter one, the starting point is simply as I mentioned. Simply, we will catch the fish, and why we use the local species is I really want to bridging the gap or bridging the natural history and the natural laws, study natural laws or like a mechanistic understanding or something like this, natural rule. And can we use the local species for this type of the purpose? And we can really easily recognize distance between the natural history or natural history study, like observation and recording, or how many fish, how big they are. Longer time ago there is no, but now we can find it like this. And the natural laws or natural natural rules or mechanistic explanation is because of this fish's metabolism. This one is not really strong enough, the low oxygen, because the oxygen exchange physiology is like this. This is quite more mechanistic, where like a certain disease infect and the immune system. This is more mechanistic. But this they are really tightly related. But nowadays, the expertise or region or the area of the scientific area is really widely spread, and none of us catch or covers all of the entire area of the every. It's almost impossible one person memorize or learn everything. So then, this is truth. It's a reality. But originally, these knowledges, these the result, these biological phenomena is originally connected together. Yeah. And then what I'm thinking is, but then how can they connect together? I thought that one of the easiest way is just use the living things nearby your place, and automatically we can imagine the biological phenomena about this level or that level, cellular level or like a population level. So then I thought that can we use the local species? And this talk is what I mentioned is slightly the abstract or without any specific example. It's a little bit hard to explain. So I show you the picture of this species. Acrosarius paradox. People call the shipping Taiwan shipping or Taiwan stream das is or minnow or something like this. This species, and people. When you see the Wikipedia, you can see the description. Oh, this one is you can use you can cook with deep fry or something, and for the fishing is also okay. However, this egg is toxic. It's raw. Is toxic and may cause diarrhea, dizziness, and vomiting if accidentally consumed. It sounds really looks really terrible. And when you see this type of the description, people show a different kind of the reaction. So I would say, is it true or not? Is it true? Sometimes accidentally one guy eat it and then feel a little bit sick.
And then put it in Wikipedia.
Yeah. And okay, if it is true, if you say so, okay, let's eat it. And we also, again, the same event happened. I get a stomach ache and I feel really bad. Okay, it's true. And later on, one step further, different people will say, will say something what is its ecological significance, to protect they themselves, or to protect their babies, the mother the fish accumulate the poisonous chemical substance, and finally this type of based on this idea, based on the selection, people want to explain why this type of the fish or this
if it
type
has
of
a function.
it's a function. What is evolutionary origin? How about the related species? Has no this type of the specific feature, but only this one has it. Why? And this is quite like a natural history-wise question. And then once but I think like chemical researchers in the field of the chemistry will ask maybe slightly absolutely different question. What is a toxic component? Right? This is much more there rather than the natural law. They want to know the more general chemical rule, and maybe molecular biologist or cell biologist will say, what is the mechanism cause its toxicity, right? Then it's quite interesting, like a fugu. Tetraodon. I think I'm Japanese, and in the daily life, I have a chance to eat fugu. I'm not a neuroscientist, and I have a kind of special impression. I know that tetrodotoxin is a chemical substance, and that fugu or this fugu, this is poisonous, and this one the gut is a problem, but the muscle is okay, because this is in the daily life we can imagine, what we can assume, what's something, this what's happened, and what is ecology. In the Pacific side of fugu is something like this. It's tasty, and simultaneously a chemical point also. We have some idea.
Exactly. So I would say it's a bit like similar fish in the Philippines too. So in my mom's island, they eat puffer fish, and then like they just accumulated knowledge of like how to best cook it, like which organs to avoid.
It's a cooking is kind of the example, like a natural history and like a general rule of the nature mixed together. Right, not like I'm not ecologist. I'm not interested in the behavior or like taxonomy of the food. Not like this. The person who will cook something like about toxic, like for example fugu, maybe for them, like if they knew the chemical substance is this, and the phylogenetically like this, and like taxonomy is like this. You don't touch this one or that one. Maybe this kind of the knowledge make them happy, like this. So then I hope EvoDevo also should be like this. So then I decide, we will use the Cypriniformes species in Yilan prefecture. And why Cypriniformes? Why we will use this is because we are living in Yilan, and the access to this type of the animal will be the maybe quite key important point to the future model system. And the shorter distance to living organism equal higher repeatability and denser observation. I know that in that place has a really in that place there is so many really brilliantly interesting animal, but without a big budget I cannot go to there or here. For example, langfish. Langfish is all in the EvoDevo context. In the EvoDevo research, for the EvoDevo research, langfish is really important. But to catch local langfish, we have to go to like Australia or African langfish, whichever we cannot observe their daily life. Daily life of the langfish cannot investigate from here. But in the Yilan local species, if you want to observe their behavior on the pond or whatever, like water area, just you take the camera, digital camera, waterproof digital camera, and just you record their behavior. As you can see on the display, I am showing this type of the picture, and this is the picture from the Hoton waterfall in Yilan Prefecture. Then we can get the denser data, and just good model system is created not only just by convenience but by accessibility. This is convenience, and this is handy to maintain our local in our aquarium tank. But the aquarium tank data and wild natural habitat driven data is different. So just convenience is not sufficient enough to investigate. Not only the EcoDevo, Eco-Evo-Devo. If we want to know about ecology, suddenly the local data will be important. And in Yilan, I have access to cypriniformes fish adapted to both lowland and stream environment. And you already spend a certain time, I think 3 years. And we are living in the flat and lowland plain, Layague plain, and in the daily life you can see the mountain side, and all mountain is really high, and you can see in the mountain you can see the waterfalls, and some flat plain place you can see this you also visited this small ghost flow, but on the mountain the water is running really quickly. This is quite a contrasting difference, and just when you see these pictures, you can recognize in the waterfall area these species like a Makofish or shipping. This scientific name is really complicated, then I will call shipping. And we already ate this one, Onicostomata baru. It's really hard to say, but people say the bitter flower kufa, and then this one is tended to living in the stream area, and this one's the body is slightly elongated shape, and the plain, the lowland one tended to show the higher the depth of the body. The trunk region is like this. The height is a little bit higher, so then it's quite a really obvious contrasting point. So then still even though this is still a really small area, but even though this type of the small local area, you can recognize the diversity in the cypriniformes. In just only the cypriniformes lineage, you can recognize different body shape. And why we need to use zebrafish, local species to explain about it? I think the contrast between zebrafish and the medaka fish will tell you a kind of the idea. Zebrafish is this fish is the teleost fish is a really nice global model, but disconnected from their local natural history. And the medaka fish is I know some medaka fish researcher in Japan, and they are really early time established the developmental staging table, and they use them for the material for the developmental study, and they also knew that wild populations distribution pattern and the difference of the genetic background, and they knew that this one and this population and this population can make hybrid, and their hybrid, their genetic background is different, and using their diversity they succeed in assembling in the genome sequencing. And this is quite nice, a combination between the to want to know what is a genome sequence, and using the genome sequence they want to contribute to understand what is a general rule or evolution or development or something like this. But to make a nice assembly of the genome sequence, they use the different medaka fish population from different locations. This is kind of the one of the example, and the result from the medaka fish can easily directly contribute to understand what is their local natural history. I think I hope like this. Then so their difference is indicating that the gap between researcher of the natural laws and their surrounding environment is quite important point. And then the researchers studying on the natural history and the mechanistic understanding. So they are interested in the mechanistic understanding of the biological phenomena, or just simply sampling and the describing, and that's it. Or just they also interested in, or some of them, or some of their member want to investigate in the some other principal biological phenomena. This is quite important point, and I want to share this map. The pinkish color.
Where's the zebrafish?
This is derived from the Parichy. This guy. This guy, he published this paper, and this is quite informative. Distributed the area of the zebrafish, and not in Japan, not in America. And we cannot arbitrarily release a zebrafish in this place. So we can establish. People already made really nice model system to investigate about in the zebrafish. It's okay. This itself is okay. But how local people use these data? Yeah. And in our marine station, one Indian guy, he from the
from
Assam,
the region,
Assam. But he said he has almost no idea about the natural history, or not what is the condition, or how they behave in their land. It's a little bit not really. It's not big problem, but I hope that. I want to myself. I think recovering the healthy or nicer relationship between the study of the natural history and the study mechanistic understanding is to me comfortable. To me comfort. Is it strange? Of course, this is my personal opinion.
And then mechanistic understanding is slightly different from natural philosophy as well, right?
How can we, rather than just independently develop extremely highly advanced knowledge, how they are connecting together should be considered. This is what I'm thinking. And using local species, we can connect or reconnect between the relationship of them. More specifically said, the local species diversity and the universal biology. Universal biology is a little bit strange, but the universal rule about the biology. Just simply this diversity. It's diverse. Not like this. How or this type of the diversity appeared.
And what would be the same?
What would be the same? And this kind to know if we can provide the general rule, why or how this type of the biodiversity appeared in the Yilan region, and can we apply this kind of the rule or what we found to some other example? And if we can find a similarity, this will be the more general. This can contribute to know or increase our understanding of what is a general rule or general biological phenomena. This is what I'm thinking. And then this is not only genome only study, I get this sample and do the genome sequence. Not like this. I think increasing the high level phenotype, high level or high dimension, or more, let's say, more complicated, sophisticated biological phenomena should be investigated. And it's possible because we are living in the local area. And the result from the universal biological rule can naturally inform local natural history. We found this color pattern or this morphology were formed by changing this type of the molecular mechanisms. Okay. I think in the natural population the same event happened. And this is quite hopeful or healthy or a nicer relationship between the study of the mechanistic understanding and the natural history. This is what I'm saying.
And I think so maybe related to this, in determining universal biology, there's really just advantage in studying more fish species, especially local ones. Because for instance, like what we know of zebrafish might not be true for all fishes. Zebrafish could also be the exception.
Exactly. So like to cover the weak point of the currently well-known model species, we can add more species, and what kind of fish should be added. Of course, there are so many choices. In the aquarium shop, this fish or that fish is also okay. But fortunately, nice thing is we can access to the local species, and the local species tell us how
the natural history.
Not like aquarium tank they behave like this. And we can, of course, we can maintain the aquarium tank, and in the aquarium tank we can observe a certain biological phenomena, and we can check this is truly reflect the natural condition or not. So then let's go to the chapters. We share the common idea, what is a good point or what we want to know, and let's see more detail about the fish species and the fish and their stories. So then I listed the nine. Actually, a little bit more Cypriniformes species are distributing in this area, but the Cypriniform fish accessible by my motorbike around Yilan, not like really high mountainside, and maybe it's really dangerous. Not like this. Just I get on the motorbike and go somewhere 20 or 30 or 1 hour, and I can scoop them, and they are the species what I can like access in the daily life without any really like without consuming really strong energy. Just if I want to catch them. And the Makofish and like rosy bitterlings, they are recently I succeed in getting the embryos. And this one, the Makofish, is like this, maybe around 10 centimeter or more than 10 centimeter, and the large individual will be 20 centimeter like this. And this one is 3 to 5 centimeter length species. The Roji bitterling is really a small, tiny fish. And this Makofish is it's quite commonly observed. I think all over the Taiwan. So then the embryo of the Makofish is like this, and then really like transparent. Yes, and then they are not sticky, differ from the zebra like a goldfish, and the size is zebrafish is something like this, and the Makofish is like this. Makofish is larger. Like a later segmentation stage, or maybe almost a pharyngeal stage, they show this type of the body shape. This like yolk extension is really like, how can I say, like a tube like big, really big enough. It's quite same as a zebrafish, but slightly different, and this difference will be much more obvious after hatch out. Before in the later stage, we can recognize their difference. Body shape is elongated, and your mouth is like this, or really well developed lower jaw. And the tail also. This part is bended. This one is ready to swim. And the equivalent stage is it equivalent stage or not? Because this part is just straight. Or maybe this one is younger. Face also looks like younger, but please see this part, the swim bladder. Swim bladder is this one containing the air. In the Makofish, its air is not containing. Then this means the different body part showing the different developmental stage. So then this is quite like heterotopic or heterochronic. So then ontogenetic sequence is slightly changed. Not slightly, obviously changed. This I think because of the selective pressure.
And the shape of the yolk is very apparently different.
Very apparently. This one is really straight. So I think like for this, nothing beneficial to form this type of the yolk. And I think this one staying in the like under their natural habitat, they there is no point to develop the really well developed swim bladder. Yeah, I think there's the strategy to how to survive in their environment is different. And this one is Rosie Bitterling's egg is more little bit. It's obviously special or strange. Yeah, this one is this is our data. We get these embryos, and but unfortunately, this one damaged and make a hole, and this one cannot survive. But Roji bulb is one of the kind of the representative, like really specialized material for the ecology people, and we know that the Roji bulb spawn their egg in the muscle. Then it's I'm a little bit ashaming. This is not our data. I really want to get this type of the data. Rather than this, I think that the author sees really well described the developmental process, and this one shows like something like appearing here as the places looks like a pectoral fin, but this is yolk sac, and the yolk sac extended like this to stay in the muscles, muscle shell. I think more correctly, gill. I think gill. Yeah. So then this is parasitic species living in the Yilan prefecture, distributing in Yilan prefecture. So we using them, we can investigate the relationship between selection and developmental process. This context or this question is originally derived from, in my mind, originally derived from the goldfish research. But in the case of the goldfish research, artificial selection and developmental process, the ecological context is not absolutely missing, but slightly different. And then, but in the using Yilan local species, we can add more strong ecological context, and we can study on the heterochrony and heterotopy also. Which this is not absolutely mutually exclusive. They are tightly connected together. So then, by using local species, we can investigate how the natural condition change the developmental process. So heterochrony and ontogenetic sequence variation can be investigated by using local species. And I think you already see so that the measurable heterochrony can be observed in the by comparing the Makofish and the zebrafish, and maybe goldfish also shown us the difference. And then the different ontogenetic sequence event also observed, and this is kind of the challenging and the core question how environment shapes development. And I think this using the it's really sufficient enough. We already have a rich natural resource to investigate about the relationship between environment and the development. So then, locality and frequency as a research power. And the good point is again, I will explain about this point a little bit more in detail. We are living in here, and we can access to the species, and then the density of the data should be much more will be higher. And our academia cynicals, ICOB people, we also can use really nice zebrafish resource. And the zebrafish resource and insight from the goldfish EcoDevoDevo, we can investigate more nicely about our the local species. And the good point is density of science achieved through the locality outcompete large budget project from our even though from some other place, I have a big budget, and can you send me the genome, the material for the genome sequencing data? This type of the research is larger budget place has much more advantageous. Yeah, but our case is this location, the local people has a really strong advantage.
Exactly, and also because like there's really like accumulation of local knowledge. So even if not among us, but like fisher people, the ones that just fish as a hobby. Like there's also that kind of knowledge that we have access to.
Impression by the local people. When I was a kid,
exactly.
This type of the information. Also quite
when
important.
There was this typhoon.
This type of the high resolution local knowledge. Also quite important to investigate the natural history. And this type of the knowledge and the motivation to find the general rule of the biology and combining them, our research will be more like solid or wider or
like holistic.
Holistic. Then like I already mentioned the sampling point, and just we will go there, and just we can repeat if we want to go to these places in the daily life. It's possible. And then using the access to those places, and we will investigate in the chapter 3's method part, but I will almost skip this because I know that I know I already. Our lab member already knew very well when, where we will go, this place or that place, and using this hormone and using this incubator. After we squeeze the egg, we put this under this temperature. This we already know very well. So then, if the audience, some of you are interested in about it, please directly ask me, or just detail the molecular technique is not rather than me. Please ask ChatGPT. This is nowadays like this.
Maybe for the method, like if I may add, like you spent some time developing tools to catch the fish too. That works.
I think this is also kind of the interesting point of the local species study. In some sense, really specific and really local. And this one is directly reflecting the characteristic of the different species, and now I cannot explain all of them. Okay, then sounds like really happy and really nice, but the situation is not really simple because there are so many, not really much, but there are problems, and we have to think about how to solve the problem. Problem is a kind of the challenge or dilemma of the natural history. I said, we just concentrate on the developmental biology, and we will use the local species. Yes, local species, but we still need a phylogenetic context or phylogenetic data, and to know the phylogenetic relationship. Most of the Taiwanese species not suddenly established, their strains established only in Taiwan, not like this. They migrate from China, or some of them from the more southern part, or from Japan, where their distribution is like this. And this is the biogeographical relationship also important. Because they came here and suddenly they changed the form, not like this. They are adapted in their much earlier original environment, and they migrate in here, and some of species in Iran also may be introduced or non-native. We need to know, and this means we have to compare with some other Japanese or Chinese or South Asian the freshwater species, and to solve it, I found a collaborator, practical collaboration and role sharing with Devin Secha Maruga. His name is South.
Southeast Asian.
He's Indonesian, but he's in Wakayama Prefecture, Japan, and then this means he can access to both the Japanese species and the Indonesian species, and Wakayama Prefecture Museum people also kindly provide some samples of the species living in Japan, especially Wakayama Prefecture in the local place. And the Devin is in the Kosen. Kosen is a polytechnic, or this education system is quite specific in Japan. So then just we provide the sample to him, and he's really happy to use them. Then with this collaboration, I think I can solve the problem of the phylogenetic issue or biogeographical issue, the issue. And the future perspectives, how can we expand or extend this method or this research? We stick around Yilan species, and we focus on our local species, but I hope rather than I expand my research to some other area, I think I hope that someone else in the different location, especially living in the, let's say, countryside or nature-rich place, will share us information about
their local
developmental or embryological data, and from the natural, using natural species. So then we can publish the paper, but this is just a starting point. So then, what we will do is like this, and we want to share this method, and some other people will apply the similar method, and they share the data, and we must decentralized and sharing the method and phenotypic data, and early time museum established by a certain empire, and the empire want to collect all from of the sample, and of course most of them are dead animals, and ignoring the local environment, people made a zoo or put the living things put in the zoo. Of course, this is one of the approach, but I think nowadays we can share the video live image or live fish image, and this kind of the information attract the general public. And even though we are living in the Taiwan, and I'm really a shrimp fisherman in Philippines, catch the fish. Sometime on my YouTube channel I saw his video. They are using this kind of the tiny boat and get into the mangrove.
Exactly.
This. And I can catch some atmosphere or environment or really not exactly the real data, but the kind of the simulation or simulator. They are living in this type of the environment. And not early time, it's almost impossible. But nowadays, we just only using your smartphone, we can get the data. And even the microscopic data also. There's attachment, and when I attach this this attachment to the my smartphone, and this will be the microscope like this. And the high resolution image and the histology's image can be shared by our through the deposit
the Academia Sinica host.
And this type of the data, we can add the archival reference key, and this key will work as the DOI. Then this means from one-way extraction. So we are center, please send your sample to me, not like this. The local researcher can be the data or data originator, or not only the local researchers, just ordinary people also can be the
exactly
of the data. This is what I'm thinking.
And I think it's more sustainable.
Sustainable sounds like really realistic and nice. So, simply said, even though you are a lazy person, don't worry. With your smartphone, you can contribute to the science this. You don't need to
even so like one valuable thing with this is like even videos of the fish market. It's already very informative because you know what kinds of fish are available.
I like this. And deposit is I already deposit the several the fish pictures data like this, and anyone can use this data as a Creative Commons credit. So I don't need to say, you steal my data, or not like this. People know that this is originated from our laboratory. Yes, and we don't need to stick around. You shouldn't use not like this. Just simply I share the data. So then decentralized EcoEvoDevo and regional grounded science will be important. Or I hope. I really like. Ordinary, not like a big budget broadcast people go somewhere, not like this. Local people scoop local fish with their own way, by their way, and then sharing us kind of information. It's quite it's really interesting, and it looks really natural, and we interpret, not rather than someone else explain. I myself watch the reality directly. I really like this way. And my postdoc, you returning to the Philippines will serve as the same as a model case. Maybe you will do some research. I hope that some research in the Philippine endogenous
exactly
species.
So I think because I think there's really should be a reimagining of how we do this kind of research, from certain people being perceived as knowledge consumers to actually be producing knowledge themselves. And this can one way to do this sustainably is to focus on local fisheries, local animal species to study.
And the including you, maybe someone visited here and someone learned something from my place, and they will catch at some point and go back to their place, and they will do the same research. And I think this will help to share the basic idea or basic model. Maybe just we wait 10 or 20 years, and maybe 10 or 20 years later, maybe someone will share the method, the same method, using the same method. Maybe people will not broadcast, send, expose or express their activity and share their data to us. Scoop local fish and just describe, not like this. You already have a strong intention to find the general rule. This kind of the general biological rule, I hope that this kind of the general rule will be found from the local species, or combining the local species and the model species.
And then so one challenge I can imagine is that perhaps the rules I wish to study, there will not be funding or infrastructure for me to do so. So I think while these local hubs are decentralized, active communication between them is also good. So if I don't have the tools, perhaps I can ask somebody doing something similar to lend me some tools.
And then Eco-Evo-Devo sounds really difficult, really highly sophisticated science. Only someone who can access to the really strange animal can do that. Not like this. Once people know that, hey, in my pond or in the canal in nearby my place, the same event is going on because they are developing. If you see, if someone succeed in getting getting information from their natural habitat or accessible place, maybe people can easily imagine what is the relationship between ecology, development, and evolution. Because evolution is the local people will know the local history. And just fit the local history to the biological phenomena, especially development and like the growth or embryological development.
And I think like maybe related to what you said, like I think one hope is that this kind of research like brings people out of like museums or zoos. But because like like we tend to see animals like not in where, and then we imagine like, oh, this animal is nice, but it's not available where we are. Like encourage them to explore like ponds, rivers, or even talk to people around them.
Like this, and this will like how can I say? This kind of activity will save our energy to explain what is our research's significant point to the general public. I hope that the general public or taxpayer automatically understand. It's quite important.
That's the hope.
It's really from opposite view. Without this type of the activity or to help like someone else to understand what is important point. Nowadays people is really busy, and in the busy life people will forget about what is important, what is the attractive point is of the like biology.
And I think we're actually quite privileged that we're from places that have naturally high biodiversity. So it's not when we want to study local species, it's not too difficult to imagine we will find local species that will interest us.
So then world cannot be perfectly equal because like this place and that place has a different characteristics, and how people use like that place and this place the characteristic as advantageous point. And like living in the relatively local place or countryside, and then even though this type of the place cannot access to the highly sophisticated facility of the like machine or something like the really nice electron microscopy, but people can access to the natural local species. And this is really nice point.
And then so that's one of my biggest motivations returning to the Philippines, because like there's really I get inspired thinking that you know, like because of the high biodiversity in a lot of these places, I would like to believe that there's still biology that has to be learned. You know, like and we can only learn them from studying animals that were perhaps studying animals that were not studied before. And then
this is quite important point. Rather than just categorize or rather than just describing the local species, I think it's quite really good and nice chance you will find something new biological phenomena which haven't found from the model species
exactly. But also like so I think like so for instance like our work now like in this yoke movement, like staging tables have shown already that there are this movements. So I think like it's nice like that like to encourage people to think more about like the rules of the biology, but like people who document these things too, like even though they didn't think about like this natural phenomenon, like if they document it well, like there will be scientists or researchers after them that can get like this natural phenomenon by looking at their documents. So
you mean you are and this is I think this is quite how can I say not really big budget driven work. Just observation, and you try to give an answer to really basic biological question. Oh, this fish is tasty, or this fish is beautiful. Not like this, quite a biophysics wise question is inside of your mind, and you are using let's say not really sophisticated model species, and maybe in this picture, tools are they're just a microscope, very simple. And this is I think this you are observing the goldfish or carp, and I think this method you will apply this method to the local species in Philippines, and then maybe. Definitely, the combining the combination of the rich biodiversity in your local place, and really solid idea about the biophysics, which try that aim to find the general rule, and this is will be helpful, and you will be the kind of the model. I hope that, and then it's okay. If you change your job and you start to do the something else is also one of the model.
Another model.
Another model. It's one of alternative model. And every summer student visit my laboratory, and I almost decide I will not take a long-term student, but summertime they will get into this type of the nice natural condition, and maybe this type of the time or experience will stimulate their brain, and maybe they realize in our place there's so very beautiful nature, and rather than just beautiful, they try to find some kind of the general rule by using the local species, and this will help to develop or incubate the next generation. And this is the end of my slide. Again, return to this slide. I will use these Yilan local species, focusing on their development, and I will do the Eco-Evo-Devo research in these local species. Thank you so much. At least this is the final slide of my presentation. Do you have any? We already talked around 1 hour. I think as a material for the video, it's really sufficient. I will stop it.